Hello friends, thanks for joining me today. I know it's been a while since I posted a video, at least that's what it feels like to me. So today I'm going to talk about my whips, and I'm also going to talk about what I've been up to. Alright, so let's start with a project that many of you may have done yourself, and it's called Hat Not Hate, where we make blue hats to just recognize like bullying is not okay, right? So I am working on the crown section of my hat. It's not for me, actually. This is for a child. I don't, no particular child. The crochet group that I'm a part of, and they will take knitted projects too. They don't discriminate. They linked up with one of the local elementary schools near where we hold our little powwow of crochet and knit and whatever. And so I believe we are making hats for 4th and 5th graders, I believe it is. And the thing is that you have to keep in mind is that the hat, I believe the rule needs to be 75% blue. So these are different shades of blue and a little bit of gray and black in there, a tiny bit. So I'm sure this will pass the test. And I am using Ferris wheel. I didn't realize this yarn came apart out of this ball, this cake. It's a number 4. I think it's a thin number 4 to me, but it's also a little roving. So like this part right here, it's a little thicker than say this little bit right here. I am not typically a fan of roving yarn, but that is not a big deal. I don't like it when it goes like thin, 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 and this big chunk of yarn. I don't like, but this is fine. And I'm using number 7 or 4.5 knitting needles. Right now I still have them on my 16-inch, and pretty soon I'll be going to my DPNs. And I'm actually going to use my Mindful, just drop my scissors, my Mindful collection. That is pretty, yep, I got it because of the case, I'm not going to lie. But I do actually like the knitting needles. That's the set there. And this is by Knitter's Pride. I actually got mine off of web yarn or web.com yarn. And I also got the interchangeable also with the short tips. So, yeah. So I'll be getting to that soon. I won't be able to take the hat to the meeting, which is they're due next month in October, because I have to work the day of our meeting. And I actually didn't go to our meeting this week because I was tired, so I didn't go. But anyway, I'm gonna ask my friend Toy to deliver that for me. I'll see her at church, get that finished up, and ask her to handle that for me. I think she will. All right, so let's talk about the entrelac shawl that I started working on again. I started a few years ago, a couple of years ago at least. And let's see, where are we? Okay, so I did make some progress, and I just started the last section of the alternating colors, and I'm going to end with black, and black is going to be just triangles. So I do have to look up how to do that because I'm not really sure. It's probably not that complicated. But then by the time I finish these rows, it will be plenty big enough for, at least for me. And hopefully, well, if I sell it or give it away as a gift or whatever, it'll be big enough for that person as well. And of course, yeah, got lots of ends to deal with. So this one is just one I was just picking up to work on, hopefully get it finished. That possibly may become a part of a, was it Finish It February type project, because I have a few projects I'm working on. So I don't know that this one's gonna make it to be finished by the end of the year. And if not, it's okay. All right, let's talk about the baby gift that I started. So I started this mosaic blanket, and this one I got from Hobie, because I am part of the Hobie Club thing. I can get lots of free patterns from them. It's like $8 a month, but just one pattern can pay for that, honestly. So anyway, so maybe you can see like part of the little girl there starting with hearts in between. And now that I'm looking at it, it might have been better just to do the little girl in just a solid color. We'll see what happens. I will not have this done before December. There's just no way. It's going to take a long time to do this. I do plan to finish it, and I do plan to give it to my friend for her baby. It's going to be big enough where she could enjoy this blanket for years. So I'm not worried about it being ready for her when she arrives to the world. So what I did do was shift gears a little bit. And I decided I made a couple little hats. Yeah, I have to just sew in the end. Little small one for when she first is born. And yeah, that'll be her newborn. It's nice and a little stretchy. So hopefully her head won't be too big. And then one for when she's a little bit bigger. And this is going to be a cocoon that I started just to hopefully use up some yarn. It's going to get smaller, and then I'm going to make it so that it can fasten across the top. And I am using this Premier Serenity Chunky number 5 yarn. Like, I got a clearance sticker on there. I've had this yarn for a long time. So my friend didn't care what color. But one of the things, I think I may have mentioned this before, I can't remember, but I made a cocoon for a relative of hers, and she's like, if I have another baby, I want a cocoon. So I'm going to make the cocoon for her, and we'll see how much. I still will have yarn left, so I'll figure out what to do with the balance of it. But yeah, so this I will definitely need to get a move on, because the little one's supposed to be here in December, so I definitely want to at least try to get it done by November. A cocoon is not that complicated. I'm just doing double crochets, and I'm using a slightly smaller hook than what's recommended for the yarn. The yarn recommends an L or an 8, and I'm using I don't have my glasses on, but I believe that's a 6 point. Yeah, a 10.5. Sorry, it might be a little bit bigger. Sorry, but either way, this is what I'm using. Sorry. I'm using a 10.5/5.5 or 5 millimeter. It'll be fine. All right, so next, let me talk about my husband's blanket before I talk about that one. I have given up on the tapestry blanket for my husband. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but the count keeps coming off wrong after a certain point. I don't know if it's me or the pattern. I'm following it, and it still ends up wonkadoodles, and it drives me nuts, and I just can't deal with it right now. Maybe later in the future, I'll be able to get a hold of myself and get it right. So in the meantime, I came across this pattern. This is called the Fox Blanket by Lana Yovolis. I can't pronounce that. So anyway, she does a tutorial of the blanket. I've done mosaic before, so I found like I don't need to watch the tutorial. And so I'm doing it in the blue and gold. It's going to take me a while to do it, but that's okay. I'm actually getting it done. So let's see. This is one repeat right here, and I am about to approach row number 10. So it's a 26 row repeat. So it'll take me a little while to get it done, but that's okay. I'm just glad I'm working on it. I did get another pattern holder. I got this one from Hobie. Oh. Wait, look, there's a little thing there. It says Hobie. And purple's my favorite color. I think I got it on sale, I believe. So, yep, it just, flips open. The strap holds it open, and it sits in the A-frame. You got a pocket over here. Oh, this one's different. This one doesn't, well, it magnifies clothes. So if you put like supplies, you could probably put another magnet here um, to help keep it closed. All right, let's see. Did I do it? It didn't do it. Yeah, no, it doesn't. That's okay. No biggie. Not a deal breaker for me. All right. So the yarn I'm using for this project, again, it's some Hobie yarn. It's love yarn mega ball. Aran. It's acrylic. There's 765 yards per ball or per skein, and I am using a 5.5 9 US 9, and I'm using my tulip for this blanket. So this, they actually don't have color, the name of the color on the pattern, but I do believe it is listed on the website. And this one was listed as navy, and the color number is 13. And this one is listed as, I think it was called gold. Or it might have been like a dark yellow. I don't remember exactly. But the color number is 38. And this is, oh, look at that. Oh, my hook was high. I probably was looking for this. I might use that one too. Same size hook. It's a 5.5. But these are the colors that he wanted because they match his daughter's school. North Carolina A&T, not AT&T, A&T. All right, we'll put this in there. All right, so a friend of mine at church, before the days of COVID, had asked me to make her a wrap. Now, originally she wanted a long wrap, a rectangle wrap, instead of the triangle wrap. And I had started making, just started crocheting. I really didn't know what I was going to make. And then COVID hit and we kind of lost contact with each other because the world shut down, etc., etc. And so I took it out. And so I don't remember the colorway of this yarn, but I do know that I actually wrote it down. It was yarn by Stitch Studios by Nicole. So it was like one of these cakes, you know, with the multiple colors. And I don't remember the colorway, like I said. So it was like pinks. It's probably something rose or something to that effect, because it starts with, you know, has a different color pinks and ends up with some red and mauve. And she's really into pink and red, so this is perfect for her. And it's a number 2 yarn, and I'm using a 4-point-millimeter hook, and it actually calls for I think a 3.5. I don't have my glasses on, but that looked like 3.5 to me. And she's small. Like, I don't think she even reached 5 foot. I think she told me she's 4'11". She's a tiny little thing. So I can do some color control with this, and this is where I am with it right now. So yeah, yep. So I definitely want to get this done kind of soon. I don't know how long it's going to take me, but what I like about this pattern is that it does move pretty quickly. And I think, yep, that's it as far as what I have in the works. What I have not in the works is starting the 3rd Christmas stocking. Now, I don't recall if I know I remember showing this one. This is the one for my granddaughter. It's Christmas stocking. But I don't remember if I showed, whoops, the second one I made, which is actually for her brother. So, yeah, this is done. Theirs is done. That belongs to one daughter's kids. And I need to get started on number 3. So Theo is my youngest grandson, And I'm gonna do his and dinosaurs, whales, and elephants. And I think on the foot part, I'm gonna put, I usually put it on the back. I might do puppy paws on it. I haven't decided yet, but I need to get started on it. And I haven't done it yet. So I have been like working on the different projects, probably like all of them, a little bit here, a little bit there. And obviously I work full time, but I've also really have embraced the love of, I'm going to call it glamping, because I don't sleep on the ground in a tent. I'm not doing that, but it's just for ease. I call it camping. So I've taken a couple of camping trips, and I'm actually going to take one in a couple of days. So I will be doing some recording. So if you're interested in seeing some videos, you can go to my camping, or my camping YouTube channel is called Let's Go Van Camping, and I hope I can get it on the screen. So I'm also learning how to edit my videos. It's been quite the challenge because it just is. I use my phone right now, and so far I feel like my phone has been working. I got some equipment, like I'm using a microphone right now, so hopefully you'll be able to hear me better. My husband's trying to help me get me to use a camera, a video camera, which honestly, it's been more of a hassle than easier to deal with, because it's more the computer, the laptop issue that I'm having. Like, it's not recognizing the SD cards and the drives and whatever. It's getting on my nerves. So quite frankly, I'm okay with using my phone, and now I know how I can upload the video and keep it private and go to my laptop and edit it in YouTube. And that's the method that I probably will stick with, because it's giving me less gray hair and less of a headache. But so yeah, so that's what I've been up to. Just camping, working, because got to pay bills, right? So working, camping, and learning how to edit videos a lot better, and working on all my multiple projects that I'm going to have to prioritize. So the hats, definitely, because I'm probably the closest to finishing with that, plus it's the smallest project. And then probably the baby blanket, and then between the baby blanket and banging out 3 Christmas stockings at the same time. There was one more project that just skidded past my brain. There was one more project I forgot about, and I don't like it whatsoever. So a friend of mine, she's a doula. She's certified. I'm so proud of her. I followed this loom knitting project to make a baby booty. I hate it. I don't like it. I think it's actually ugly. I've never known any newborn baby's feet to be that daggone fat at birth. Not to say it couldn't happen. I've seen a couple of doozies. A couple of big babies, man. But I don't like that. So I'm going to have to keep working at it, because I just don't like it. I don't know what I'm going to do, but that ain't it. And there's other patterns out there that I'm going to take a peek at and see if I can find something that's pretty easy to do, not 15,000 steps to get it done, besides all the stitches that you have to obviously put into it. So that one is more to come. All right, friends, thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it. I look forward to your comments and hopefully positive feedbacks.